At the end of the day, clickbait sells.
Yeah, it's rap time. Let me see the new whip though, I'm gassed, man, I can't lie. Big Chunkz, you guys know what it is. I'm here with my broski, Yiannimize. Ready?
I think it's time, yeah.
You showing it?
Go for it, bro.
Right, this is your fresh new car. Look at that! Oh, yeah! This is incredible, man. Or is it my car? Take care, guys. Today, I'm sitting down with Chunkz, world-renowned entertainer and monster YouTuber, and he's here at Yiannimize to get his car wrapped. After his partner in crime Young Philly's video went viral after he wrapped his car, it made perfect sense to do it again. That over there is a monster. So we had a chat on the way to Yiannimize Milton Keynes. This is Up Close and Personal with Chunkz.
So, I'm with Chunkz, we're on his way to pick up his car, we've just wrapped it. Well, you've chose a great colour.
Great colour.
Great colour. This car is a serious car.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, obviously we exposed Philly's car and everyone knows he had the G-Wagon and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you see that video went so viral that everyone and their mother has seen the wrap.
Is this your first proper car that you ever owned?
Like the first crazy car, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so what did you have before this?
I did Mercedes GLC before that and I had a Golf. So I've only had 3 cars.
Wow, so your third car is serious. Like that's no joke.
Yeah, 100%. I had to go all out, man. I was like, you know, I seen my brothers with the Bentley Bentayga with the flipping G-Wagon, so I thought, you know, I'm gonna have to go crazy, you know.
You're gonna have to get a proper car like them. Yeah. You got like a singing intro, haven't you, for your channel?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were gonna have one for Yiannimize, how would that sound?
So mine is Amen, yeah. So I'd be like, Amen, Yan.
Oh, nice. That was quick as well.
You know what I mean? It's easy.
And you know what? The tone and stuff, that's all right. Yeah. There's some depth into that voice as well, man.
Yeah, bro. I've loved singing since I was a kid. I always used to be rubbish, but my sisters were the ones pulling me to trying to improve. So it was probably that. So I've got a song on Spotify with like almost 40 million streams. 40
million streams?
Yeah, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I've done very well, man.
Who's the biggest name you've got in your phone book?
Yeah, probably Drizzy.
Is it Drake, yeah?
Probably Drizzy, yeah. Drizzy's, that's a mad...
Just random, you could just ring him up, drop him a WhatsApp, no stress.
Look, bro. Just random. I remember because it was like, I went to Toronto and it's like, yeah, take my number, let's link up. And I was like, alright, cool. Like, he's probably not gonna actually be serious to link up. And like, we actually ended up linking up like 3-4 days whilst I was out there. So it's a wild experience. Like I remember looking at him thinking, I've been listening to you since 2011, you know what I mean? So take care times. And to now have his number and actually just speak to him, it's a wild, I don't understand it. Like, you know what I mean? Generally,
it's just,
I don't get it. It's like I do YouTube videos and then you have my number, it's wild.
When I interviewed Young Philly and we were talking about money and he said he's a bit mad with money and stuff like that, he said you are very good with money.
Yeah.
How do you know about how to deal with money? Because obviously you're a young man, you made money very, very quickly. Yeah. How did you know how to spend your money, how to be wise with it and not just waste it and spunk it?
I'd say thanks to family, coming from like but then also I'm not gonna shit on Philly's parade. I feel like with Philly, he's got an expensive taste, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like at the end of the day, he makes the money, so he deserves to spend all his money, and you know what I mean? God bless Phil's, but I hope he keeps making more. I enjoyed living up that kind of expensive restaurant, expensive holiday type of lifestyle already. Like I did it for 2 years and I was like, this cost a lot of money, you know? Yeah. So it's like, let me be more efficient with it. I can still enjoy myself by not spending so much. So for example, like I used to go to Harrods and Selfridges like once a week just to try and get the new Gucci or the new LV, and it's never that deep, bro. Like that in itself, as expenses, would cost you an extra 10 grand a week. You know what I mean?
What's your biggest spend? Take the car and property away.
Probably a watch.
Yeah?
Yeah, like I'm a big watch collector. But I leave it all in the safe in the bank, so it's not with me.
Yeah.
Before you start plotting.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I'd say it's probably watches. I'm a big fan of watches, man.
Yeah. What's been your biggest waste of money?
Just clothes, brother, man. Like, just a quick example, wireless. I wore like an LV shorts and jumper, right? And it was like 4.5 grand for the fit. I wore it once. Mum's life, I can't find it. And it's like, also when you wear like a statement piece, you can't kind of wear it again. Because it's like everyone and their mum saw me that day and it was like, oh my God, that's such a sick. So now you realise I've got it. It's like, And it's like, it's so annoying. Like, I shouldn't care about perception. I shouldn't care about what people think, but it's kind of like, you're like, you know, when you see the comments and it's like, you've all this before. You don't even want to see that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And I always say I don't let this stuff get to me online, but it really does. And I can tell it does. So I think one thing I've realized over time is to try and just be happy with myself. As you can tell right now, I'm wearing a black t-shirt with a black Nike jacket, you know?
Whatever,
and I'm trying to like, and an Apple Watch, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to, but then this is I bought this with Mr. Beast money, by the way.
A Cartier bangle.
Yeah. I've always wanted it, but I was like, I don't want to spend my own money. You know what I mean? So I said, let me just get that guy's money and just spend it. But in general, I'm trying to be more comfortable with my skin and like actually remember where I've come from, you know? But more time, I've got like low maintenance lifestyle, so I'm trying to just stay on that vibe, man.
You done a video of Mr. Beast where he gave you his credit card, and you can just go and spend whatever you want.
Yeah.
First of all, what was it like working with Mr. Beast?
I met him after the Sidemen football match.
Yeah, I saw him there as well. Yeah.
He didn't know who I was. Stan knew who I was. I'm sure he maybe just saw me in like a Nico video because he knew who Nico was.
Yeah.
And on the coach back to the
after the game,
to the hotel after the game, he was kind of like, "Yo, Chunkz, what are you doing tomorrow?" And I was like, "Nothing." But I've heard at the time that he was recording a video tomorrow with 8 YouTubers, which was putting your hand on the plane. And the last one to remove their hand off the plane wins the fucking plane. So as soon as he's like, "What are you doing tomorrow?" I was like, yep.
Yeah, I'm nothing. Even if you've got anything planned.
I was doing something as well, genuinely. I was like, "Oh, I'm free. And he was like, "You should come over, man, film this video." I said, "Yep, let's go, let's do it." So I've got there now. I'm there with Speed and stuff. Let's film the video. I came out the challenge first, and then I took him out. When he gave me the money, bro, I didn't know.
How did it work? Would he give you his card, or he gave
his card?
Yeah, and just said,
like, "If you leave now, we'll take my card." I said, "How much is it on the card?" He was like, "Probably stop at 10,000." So I said, "Let's go Harrods, spend up the 10 racks." Speed's come along with me now because I thought, you know what, Speed's left the challenge as well. I might as well spend money with him. Speed's in the video, that's cool as well, you know?
Yeah.
Little did I know that crazy bastard has left over 130 grand in there. I was shopping from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
And you obviously kept all the stuff?
I got some stuff for myself. Speed got some stuff for himself. I got some stuff for my family. He got some stuff for his family. Because obviously there was purchases that we made online on camera that we actually didn't upload. Yeah. But like it was more sentimental stuff for our own families and stuff. And then I also gave out to some fans. That was a wild day for me, man. Genuinely, I didn't understand. But then obviously he was like, I literally felt bad. I messaged him saying, "Sorry, bro, we spent this much." At the time it was 50K. Yeah. And he was like to me, I was like, "Sorry, we're gonna stop." And he's like, "Nah, keep going." So we ended up spending, I think, like 120, 130.
Wow! In one day?
In one day, brother. Like, I was like, this is wild.
What did your family think about when you were doing YouTube and before you're making them and they were like, "Go and get a proper job"? Were they on you? Were they
on? Well, my dad wasn't on me as such, but my mom was kind of more on me, like in terms of. But to be fair, bro, fair play to them. Like it could have been way worse, man.
Because our parents are an older generation.
Yeah,
about
like
YouTube. They're like, "What are you doing?"
60 plus, you know what I mean?
You've been an idiot on you. They can't fathom it until the money starts coming.
Yeah. I feel like, if you want me to be honest, at the beginning it was kind of like, what on earth are you doing? But like 6 months in, when they saw how happy it kind of made me, like just sitting down making videos, I spent my whole savings on it, man. Like they didn't know, of course, but I had like 10 grand in my savings.
So you risked it?
Yeah. And I completely just spent all of it on camera equipment and stuff. They were much more understanding as they saw the kind of efforts I was putting into it, because I'd never been passionate about something till then. Like, bro, it got to a point where at like 4 or 5 p.m. my mum would be in the kitchen with my sisters or her friends, and it'll be too loud, and I'd be filming a video just in the room across. Yeah. And I'd go in and I'd be like, "I beg you guys, keep quiet." Could never tell your mum and sisters to be quiet, but they would actually listen to me and be like, "Alright, no worries," you know? Okay. So it was like, wow, like these guys actually are supporting my craft. Yeah. So genuinely, like, I can only big up my family for being so supportive, which is why that they're enjoying life right now, you know? They're enjoying the fruits of my labor.
You treat them well, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Treat them well. When did you know that you were like, "Yes, I've made it now, I've done well, I'm now very well known, I'm now making that money"? When was that turning point? Or the tipping point, should I say, that you were like, "Yes"?
To be fair, I'd be lying if I said I remember exactly the point, but I'll just mention a few things. For me, brother, I come from a spot where, like, having anything is like successful, you know. So I didn't buy it outright. I got a Volkswagen Golf, brother. For me, it was a 68 place, fresh out the lot, no miles. I was paying 307 a month. I said, "Rah, I've got bread." You know what I mean? That was like a sign of me having money, because I never had that kind of money in my life, you know? Yeah. Obviously, like, there's always different moments in your career that kind of like, "Rah, I've actually made it," and it's obviously gonna get bigger and bigger as the time goes on. So for me, from that little Volkswagen 307 a month So now I'm driving now, it's another moment, it's another reminder of, oh wow, you're doing very well. So it's like, I've had so much different moments, financial stability, financial freedom, being able to tell my mum and dad, you don't have to work a day in your life. You know what I mean? It's like, but my dad chooses to, you know, he actually has to work. He's a very prideful man, which is understandable.
Yeah.
I'm moving into a mansion with my friends. Brother, the house is £5 million. I had my own room. Before, I come from like a council estate where I was in a room with me, my brother and my cousin, and the room was like a little box room, to a point where when I'm waking up and going to work, I have to climb over my cousin, take the clothes and go outside and change because there wasn't enough space to change in the room. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, it's so humbling, like the fact that I'm able to live this life that I'm living right now, alhamdulillah, thank God. Standing on the mobiles, winning it, standing on the mobiles, winning it with my friend. You know what I mean? I was lucky enough to win it twice. Grime Daily Personality Award, International Somali Award, playing at Soccer Aid 4 years in a row. Like, brother, I've had so much different crazy moments. Being in Australia, doing a meet and greet with my friends from Beta Squad, my brothers that I started this thing with, you know? There's so much different moments in my career I can highlight, bro.
Let's talk about religion. Okay, so I done an interview with Yiannimize, okay, from D Block, and he's Muslim, and he said to me that he's gonna give up music eventually. You've said something in the past about it as well, haven't you?
You know, being Muslim is kind of like everyone's on their own journey. Everyone is on their own journey with God, and it's kind of like the aim, obviously, is that it's deen before dunya, meaning that it's about your religion before the world. You know what I mean? You can't get too sucked up in the world. So, for example, when you start prioritizing this life more than the afterlife, us Muslims believe that we're here for a test, and we're trying to be the best Muslims possible in order to reach heaven. So for me, it's like, it's about not losing sight of that goal. Of course, there's times where I still left, there's still right, but as long as I'm on track to better myself as a Muslim. For example, I went to Umrah, which is like the religious pilgrimage. Now, obviously, I went there during Ramadan, which is like a very refreshing thing, and it was like a reset that I kind of needed, because I'm always in and around things that I shouldn't be doing, etc. But obviously, like I said, everyone's on their own religious plan and their religious journey. Well, I've made mistakes where is make it very public and saying that I'm on a religious journey, etc., which I shouldn't be doing. I feel like I should have just kind of done it. It gives people expectations of, now I'm gonna be that guy you can look up to, you know? And maybe that's where I kind of messed up. So for me, it's kind of like, I'm much more quiet, and I just kind of do whatever I want to do behind closed doors, and give the people what they want, which is entertainment. And I feel like it's about trying to know the difference between online and offline.
What is patience to you?
Sabr in Arabic, what we call it. It's something that my religion obviously teaches. By having it, life will be much easier for you. We say Qadar Allah, which means it's gonna happen regardless. It's like God's already is planned, you know?
Yeah.
So you can't stress over something that's already written, brother. I feel like I understand it's very difficult to be patient, especially when things are going wrong, left, right, and center. And it's easier for me to say it coming from my, you know what I mean, place. But obviously it wasn't always like this for me, you know? Like, there was a 2.5 year span where I started YouTube. I invested £10,000 into it. I made nothing, brother. Not one thing, and I was investing, I was editing for 24 hours, I was filming, and it just wasn't working, you know? So, and what happened, the patience got me through it. I could have easily stopped in those first 2 years, bro.
Message to the world.
Be kind. Thankfully, I have stuff that can keep me grounded and remember real life, you know? Because at the end of the day, this isn't real life, man. Like, people are behind their screens saying whatever nonsense. And fun fact, I've actually never received negative criticism in real life. I've had pictures with fans and supporters, whatever, and I've gone into my DMs where they've tagged me, and I've swiped up and they've seen me talking shit. So it's kind of like, you were then nervous when you saw me. You know, you were like, looking at me just shaking, which is incredible. But for you to be doing that when you're talking nuts, it's like, brother, you never know, you know? So it's like, I'd say, yeah, my going back to my message is just be kind, because at the end of the day, you actually don't know what someone's going through. I'm not talking about be nice to influencers, I'm just be nice in general. Be kind, you know?
Be kind.
Like, I've started a clothing brand that's coming out very soon. It's revolving around the kind of image I like to say I've upheld throughout my career. So that's coming very soon. So I'll show you everything off camera. Just try and be nice, man. There's no, have manners. There's no point in being rude. It's not gonna get you anywhere, brother. Like, genuinely, you can be clean-hearted and do well in life.
If you guys know me very well, you know it's actually one of my favorite colors. That's what I will say. I'll give you clues, I don't know.
Right, this is your fresh new car and wrap.
Generally, like my aim was to make £2,000 a month. I'm paying more than that on this a month.
Happy with the colour?
Yeah. Brother, you are the best in the game.
It's a different car, innit?
This is not mine.
It's not, that's not
Thanks for the new car, because this is not mine.
Yeah, I know.